get some. Well, this is about your eyes, but I have the microphone right here, so I want to do like some little jostling. That is water. I need to put that in the sink. Oh my god.
So now he's just like kind of yeah, right. So you kind of just a little bit dumps it, goes off
Hello, America and curling fans from Canada and Newfoundland. This is your host, Ryan Olson, bringing you tonight's draw. It's MoPac After Dark from the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. This is the last women's game of pool play, and we have a barn burner for you. As we have, I thought I put the team names already. We have team Thangadurai from San Francisco Bay Area Curling taking on team Aubrey from Coyotes. So they are doing the final mop, and then we'll get underway in just a moment. And these teams are definitely in the hunt for playoff positioning. We will let you know who is might have a leg up, as there's a lot of congestion at the top of the table, as one might say. Okay, I think I got it now. So some final slides, and we're about ready to get underway. So while they are getting set, I do see the lead for Team Aubrey in the hack, so that would mean that Team Thangadurai has the last rocket advantage. That is Tracy Drummond in the hack. And we are underway here at the Coyotes Curling Club in fabulous Tempe, Arizona. So Team Aubrey is tied with Keeling at the top of the table with a 4-1 record, and with Thangadurai. So all these teams are likely to make it to the playoffs. The top 4 teams out of 9 advance to the playoffs in the morning. As we have the lead for Thangadurai deliver her first rock, and that would be Amy Verway Cohen. I think they were trying to draw around, and the finish on the curl is not going to get back to the center line. Aubrey is choosing to ignore that stone for now, looking to draw around themselves with their second stone. So in the women's pool, Aubrey, Keeling, and Thangadurai are 4-1, and teams Camarena, McDonald, and Walsh are 3-2. So there's those are 6 teams with a chance to make the playoffs, and only 4 of those are going to make it. Aubrey and Thangadurai seem like they're well positioned to make it, but we will see how these games play out. 4 games on the ice this draw, as the draw round is another guard. We wanted to draw in, and this is Verway Cohen's second shots. This is also looking to draw in. So games on the ice this draw include Team McDonald of the Coyotes taking on Team Thangadurai from San Francisco on sheet A. And this draw round looks better. I don't know if it's going to get fully buried. It says pretty well buried. And they're choosing to draw around again with the second stone for Team Aubrey. This is Karen Cole. It's not Karen Cole. Who is it? Who is it? Oh, Raylan Chase, the lead in the second. My apologies. I thought I knew everyone. I was wrong. That was Raylan's shot. Yes, you do have a 5-player team. Well, I'm glad I caught it in the first end as opposed to the 8th end. Or at all. And so that was a good draw there. We see Abby Lynn step into the hat for Thangadurai. She throws second, but is also the team's vice or second in command. Looking to blow up the guards, gets one. So lots of rocks down the center line, and Team Aubrey is hitting shots and buried in the back 4-foot. Recapping the rest of the games in action on sheet B, we have Team Healing from Coyotes taking on Team Juilliard from Coyotes, and then on sheet D we have Team Walsh from San Francisco taking on Team Aces from Silicon Valley. So 9 teams in the field is a pretty impressive turnout for the women's field. We had 8 men's teams this time. I think it's one of the rare times we've had more women than men's teams in the field. And it's fun to see the balance. It's fun to see teams in general. And Aubrey had Chase put up another guard. That shot looks like it was made. We have Abby's net shots. Looking for more cleanup action down the middle. Looks like it's going to get one of the yellows moving. And then the shooter rolls harmlessly to the right out of play. So Aubrey still in some prime position here as this is Luba, right? I just want to make sure. This is Luba Brock III delivering out of the hat. And this is looking like a draw.
Yeah, right. How's your insurance policy? I hope it's good.
Draw to the guard zone. And those settle up right next to each other. So there's a double there for Thangadurai to potentially take on. And that is where the broom is set for Claire Blasky. Delivering from the left side hatch. Looking to get some granite moving. It looks like it's going to get one of the yellows moving, and chips one of the reds out of play. So kind of a mixed result. And the shooter also sticks around. Luba gets set, so both thirds are throwing left-handed. So another guard is being put up, and that one is well positioned. So Thangadurai has the hammer, and the question is, how will Thangadurai get into score? And so it looks like they're calling a plan B, I believe, looking to draw around the mess that's in front of the house. So we're going to time the shot. I think we've been seeing T line being about 1440 as subs the skip of Thangadurai is calling for sweep. This is coming up maybe a little on the light side. I got 1456. It chips off of the yellow and then rolls wide right. So I thought 14.6 was close to T weight, but it seems a little light, at least early in this game. So that does open up a port for Aubrey to put another stone in, looking to steal or make it super hard for Thangadurai to score. So looking for the draw. So I would guess maybe 1440, 45 might do it. In terms of the time between the hog lines to measure the speed of a stone to reach the T line or reach the house, basically. So this is the skip for Team Aubrey. This is Debbie Aubrey. I got 1566. So this is like a full second slower than Blasky's first rock, and it does end up in a corresponding guard position. It was probably the miss there. Although I think just based on where the line was, maybe that was the shot all along. So on the left side, they're looking to raise a red to the rings. I don't know if they're looking to clip out the yellow or sit on top of the yellow. Both would be good outcomes. As Subastika Thangadurai gets set in the hatch, also known as subs. Looking for an angle raise. Line is going to be crucial for a shot like this, as both Amy and Claire are sweeping. I think 4 weight now for line. This is, I think, over curling, and so it's going to end up opening up the port. So not a bad outcome. That could have been the plan B, because I really think the raise, if they were able to make it, would have been the ideal shot. So it looks like Aubrey's last stone is going to kind of close the door and put up a guard to prevent drawing on that left side of the sheet. So this is floating out a little bit and a bit heavy. So it's going to go to the back of the house, out of play. So not sure if they were drawing, or it wouldn't make sense to draw. So like a guard or a front still would have been the shot, and it was not made. So looking at the house, there's a possible draw to the button for one, but it looks like they're lining up an angle raised takeout for maybe 3. So throughout this tournament, we kind of talked about the risk-reward equation that the good teams consider. And so the risk here is giving up a single point with the hammer early in the game, or the reward is getting 3. And so they've done the math, and for them, it looks like they're going to go for it. And the analytics agree. I'm sure there's analytics somewhere. I don't know what they are. As subs get set for her last rock, tricky shot for her last. Release looks good out of hands. Sweepers are on it. They need to manage the line, and Amy is sweeping to try to keep it on line. It's going to hit and roll towards the center. They need full forefoot for the point, and it's not there. So it's a single point for Team Aubrey. A steal. And Thangadurai will have the hammer when we come back to the 2026 MoPac Championships, brought to you by curling.gg. And ongoing coverage of this event is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com, updated throughout the competitive season by proprietor Ken Pomeroy. It offers rankings and statistics on the top men's teams from around the world. See how your favorite team ranks at doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg. Curling.gg is proud to be an official sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champions, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. More information at endgamecurling.com. So that was a pretty exciting first end. Lots of rocks in play. You don't always see that on a first end. As we have Tracy get set for her first rock. Going for the outturn draw. And that settles in on the center line. It is on the line, so that means the no-tick guard rule is in effect for that stone, meaning it cannot be dislodged by the opposing team until after the 5th rock of the end. As Amy Verway-Cohen delivers her shots, coverage of this game is being brought to you by doubletakeout.com. Offering statistics, rankings, and insights on the top men's and women's teams from around the world. You can sort by team, by ranking, by country at doubletakeout.com. And so Amy drew a round, and that was pretty well buried, but there's enough space for Tracy Drummond to draw a round. Tracy's been curling for 15 years. Her past appearances at this event include being at the Playdowns since 2016 with teams Nassau and Aubrey. Went to nationals as part of MoPac as the MoPac representative in 16, 17, 24, winning bronze, and again last year. And this draw round is looking really nice. Sits on top. It's not shot, but it's definitely narrows the scoring area. As Amy delivers her next stone. Amy's been curling for 7 years. Noting that Clara Blasky was her U18 step and reconnected when she appeared at San Francisco Bay Area curling last year. She's traveled to 39 of the 50 U.S. states. Originally from Ohio, moving to the Bay Area 3 years ago to escape the snow. Her favorite fourth end break snack is dried mango, and her favorite shot is a perfect come-around draw. And that was a draw, didn't quite get all the way around, but definitely, I think they're starting to play the angles game against Team Aubrey. And we have Raylan Chase throwing now. Raylan is the lead second when she is in the game. She's been curling for 12 years, and her past experience was being a 2-year provincial finalist in Saskatchewan junior curling. So it would be appropriate to just like yell out Saskatchewan at the top of your lungs at any point during the game when she's throwing. That draw is not quite on top of the red, so it is accessible for Abby Lynn. Abby has been curling for 10 years. Her hometown is Seattle, Washington, and she grew up curling at Granite Curling of Seattle, moving to the Bay Area for college in 2021, and rediscovered her love for curling at San Francisco Bay Area Curling in 2023. Looking to pick out that yellow stone. It looks close. It makes contact. The guard is going to go out of the house, and the shooter is going to roll it into the top of the rings on the right. So a good shot there from Abby. So the angles still do seem to favor Thangadurai. As Raylan gets set for her second stone. She notes that she is new to the Aubrey team this year, reuniting with a girl from Saskatchewan that she previously curled against in high school and juniors, and eventually played with at university. They fielded a team last year in a couple of bonspiels at Coyotes, and that reignited her competitive spirit for the sport. She enjoys curling, golfing, and is a seasoned hockey spectator. And so that draw was on the money. Full points there. And so kind of forming a bit of a snake to the shot stone. And so whoever gets there first with a big thump will likely dislodge the shot stone and likely have Aubrey sitting shot. As we have the second stone coming from Abby. Her favorite fourth end break snack is apple cinnamon go-go squeeze. And her favorite shot is to throw a double peel. And she did get the peel there. It's great. I kind of mentioned their favorite shot and then they make it. It's kismet. So another good clearing action. So now only the snake is left, as Luba Brock is going to draw now. This is interesting. I think they're going to draw into the snake. Luba has been curling for 20 plus years. She began curling competitively in Ontario, playing on a high school and university varsity teams. After moving to California, she was invited to play with Greg and Tom Violet on a mixed team that represented California in 4 mixed national championships. She took a long break from curling and lived in states that didn't have ice. She moved to Arizona and discovered dedicated ice at Coyotes. And so that draw there, that front stone, cuts off the snake a little bit, although the head of the snake is still accessible for Blasky. And it looks like, I think Blasky is going to, it looks like it's going to take on the snake. It looks like it's going to get past the snake. It chips it over. And that could be a not bad outcome, because it makes it that much harder for, well, Sebastian is sitting shot right now. Thangadurai is sitting shot. So Luba is throwing her second shot. This, I think, might be looking to draw. I was going to say draw it down, but it's not going to draw down. It's going to be a front stone. So Thangadurai does not want to drive the snake. And so I think looking at, I think they were looking at maybe hitting the inside of the red and rolling towards the center. They're opting to draw. Claire's been curling for 14 years. She is a PhD student at Stanford in Earth and Planetary Sciences, and she spends her Sundays at San Francisco Curling, Bay Area Curling, working with the club's juniors. Her favorite fourth end break snack is trail mix, but only the peanuts and M&Ms. Her favorite shot is a backline tap to split the house. And this is going to draw down. It's going to wick off of one of the stones in the snake and roll wide right. So I don't think there's. I think that's not a bad place for it to end up. Although it does give Aubrey something to draw to or hit and roll. I think they're going to maybe hit and roll, especially based on where Brock has the broom. So Debbie Aubrey's been curling for 11 years. She and her husband Tom live with two pairs, Dixie and Shiloh. She shares her backyard with a feral cat she calls Kitty, and has been on the board of Coyotes curling since 2017. Outside of curling, Debbie enjoys playing pickleball and is gainfully employed at Intel, and is looking forward to her graduation from full-time employment next March. So that's coming up quick. And this stone is coming out quick as well. Looking to hit and roll, I believe, under the snake. The line looks pretty good to get around the front stone. Oh, it ticks it. Oh my gosh. It does make contact on the shot stone, and this spins on top of the red that was in the back. Roll, I believe, under the snake. The line looks pretty good to get around the front stone. Oh, it ticks it. Oh my gosh. It does make contact on the shot stone, and this spins on top of the red that was in the back. So back to the live action. That was a crazy shot there. So now they're looking at what to do. They could put up a, well, they have the hammer. So they have two shots at this, while Team Aubrey has one more stone to go. So it looks like they're looking to, I think they're looking at doing the in-off again. That's a challenging shot. It would have the benefit of coming over and smacking the yellow. Driving the snake is dangerous still. I think I learned that in driver's ed. So Thangadurai's last rock is away, looking for the in off. This they're trying to push it over. It's going to hit the yellow and then roll on top of the red and then roll to the left side of the sheet. And that looks like it is third shots. So the yellow that's in the top 8 foot is second right now. So it looks like, based on where the broom is, Aubrey is going to draw down and really force Thangadurai to make a tricky shot to score. This is Aubrey's last rock here in the second end without the hammer. I think looking to... I think they're maybe looking to tap the red bat, because right now it is Thangadurai sitting 1. They could be content to give up a single point, but I don't think they are. This is... Let me show you what I'm seeing. Ah, goodness. So it came up a little light. And so Thangadurai is looking to draw the other side of the sheet. So last rock for Thangadurai. She's been curling for an amount of time I'm looking up right now. 14 years. She's from Calgary, started curling 14 years ago after meeting Cheryl Bernard, the Olympic silver medalist, at her elementary school assembly. She moved to the Bay Area 3 years ago after graduating from University of Calgary as a scientist, to work as a scientist at Emirates. So it needs to get there. This is coming up a little on the light side. Amy and Claire are sweeping the heck out of it. Needs to be basically biting the 4 foot. It needs to get there, and will it reach the 4 foot? It does. And that is a score of 2, largely as a result of a great sweep by Claire and Amy. So scoring 2 with the hammer is what you want to do. And Thangadurai takes a 2-1 lead into the third end. We'll be right back as we continue with our coverage of the doubletakeout.com MoPac Championships. About to get underway here in the third end. We're playing 8 ends of regulation, and you can see in the background there's a monitor that indicates thinking time. Each team gets 30 minutes of thinking time to play 8 ends of regulation. That's about 3 minutes 40 seconds. And so also when you reach the 4th end break, you should be at about 15 minutes or just above it. None of the teams have really had time problems. They play pretty efficiently. And the reason they do that is, in large part, if they run out of time, they lose. And I think that'd be one of the worst ways to lose. Hard to think of a worse way to lose aside from like maybe the ice melting. So that intern draw into the rings, I think, is going to try to tempt Aubrey to go into a hitting game, and Aubrey is choosing to ignore it. Looking to put up a front stone or a guard, I believe, with the clockwise draw. And that is going to be a guard. Looks like it might be touching the center line. As you see, Amy's second rock. So 8 ends of regulation. The game is tied after 8. We will go to an extra end to decide the winner. If that is inconclusive, we will do a draw shot challenge, commonly known as a shootout, to see which team would be closest to the button with 1 stone per team. As far as timing goes, the extra end gets additional time and an additional timeout that is exclusive to that extra end. Amy's draw around comes up a little light, ends up as a guard. And we have Tracy's second shot. I think I mentioned Tracy. This is going to tick the center line guard and have the shooter roll wide left. So that draw around, I think maybe the ice in terms of the curl is kind of tricking players this third end. The second time going away from the home side. And let's see what Abby can do with the draw. She wants to put up a front stone or a guard, I believe. Looking for a front stone. The line's going to be key for this shot. 1475, so this should be top of the house. And it looks like it will get there. It looks like it might over curl slightly, which is not a bad outcome, although it does give Aubrey a chance to draw on top of the shot stone in the back of the button. As Ray Lynn delivers her stone. Looks like she came out a little wide. Although it's looking like the curl's improving pretty nicely. It's going to get around that front stone and tap the shot stone back ever so slightly, leaving Aubrey sitting shot right on the left side of the lid. So it looks like a good shot there for Raylan. I thought she went out a little wide, but it turns out it was exactly what they needed. As we have Abby, I think, going to throw soft takeout weight, maybe board weight. Looking to, I think, like pluck the yellow out of the house like an eagle robbing a nest. Eagles do that, right? So working to push it over, looking to make contact, it's trying to tap it ever so slightly. And it's still shot in the back forefoot, and it's now well protected. So they needed to give it a little bit more of a thump with the contact. So it's more like a toy eagle robbing a nest to mingle the metaphor that I'm making up right now even further. It's MoPac After Dark, guys. I've been here all day. So Raylan draws and taps, sits on top of the forefoot. Good for second shot. And we're going to see Blasty, I think, looking for a hit and stick, calling for the sweep. So hit and stick. So building a nest to keep the stones away from the eagle. I don't know where the eagle came into this equation, but it did, and we're sticking with it. It's a MoPac After Dark. That was a good counterclockwise takeout by Blasky. And we see Luba get into the hatch, looking to put another egg into the nest. And it wants to draw the edge of the button on the left side. Wait, let's... Okay, it looks like it might be over curling slightly. Weight's actually a little light as the front end of Tracy and Railing do their best, and it gets it to the tight guard zone, the 3 guard zone on the path. And so now the question is, how does Thangadurai get into the nest? This I'm trying to keep trying this metaphor until it sticks. So I think looking to move some of the stones around, like a beaver rearranging a dam. Just going to throw another animal into the mix, see if it makes it any better. It does not. But that shot does seem to make the situation better. Just really kind of surrounding that lone Aubrey shot stone. So this could be a situation where Thangadurai would be happy to give up a single point, relatively speaking. So it looks like Aubrey's asking Brock to throw up a guard, looking to be kind of on the center line, and just to make it that much harder for Thangadurai to get into the center of the house. And that looks like a great guard. Much like the moray eel protects the eagle. Hence the phrase, that's a moray. Curling is a fun sport, and I definitely enjoy having fun with these broadcasts. And I hope you guys do too. I might be a little too silly at times. But I definitely also try to keep the focus on the game when I can. That was a good guard from Luba. And so now the question is, how does Thangadurai get into scoring position? Does she want to try? Because opening things up could open things up for Aubrey to score multiple points. So they're considering some angle raises, and that seems to be the shot that they decided, just based on where Abby Lynn has the broom, to hit the outside of the red that's kind of at about 11 o'clock, touching the 8-foot ring to raise it back towards the button. I don't know if they can get to it directly. They might have to do a deflection to get there. It's tricky shots. That does look like the best one, though. Also to minimize the draw possibilities. Although, by tapping that red, it does maybe open up the draw slightly for Aubrey to draw to the side of the button for a possible second point. Thangadurai's rock is away. Looking to hit the outside of the red. This is over curling, so maybe looking for plan B. I'm just going to hit the yellow up, and doesn't do too much damage. Does clock things up. But I don't know if it makes the situation better or worsens it. A very messy house at this end. We can see that there's only 2 Aubrey stones out of play. Every other stone is on the sheet. So that means there are 11 rocks in the ring, in the rings or in the guard zone. I could count them, and yes, there are 11. I had to take off my shoe to finish counting, but I did get to 11. That's why I play lead. They just tell me where to go and I throw the stones. This is Aubrey's first. I also skip, but my skipping record's not as accomplished. Looking to, I think, move some stuff around. This is going to hit the red and then roll slightly in. So I think they were going to try to roll, like hit and roll on top of the red towards the button. And Thangadurai could maybe take it on. Hit the inside of the yellow and roll towards the button. And that seems to be what they're considering. I think someone in the warm room is commenting on this game, perhaps just saying, just be happy with forcing Aubrey to take the single point. Again, kind of going back to the risk-reward equation. If they're able to smack out that yellow, it could bring 3, maybe 4 reds into play, though. And Aubrey would be scrambling to try to find a way to get out of it. So, what's the risk? What's the reward? I have that on my dating profile. They tell me to take it down. So they're opting to guard. So they've crunched the numbers. They put it into curl GPT, and the AI came back with guard. This is the last rock coming from subs Thangadurai without the hammer here in the third end. Looking to protect a possible force of Aubrey. Just protecting the situation might be the better way to phrase it. And that looks like a guard, well positioned. And so now Aubrey's looking at the other side of the sheet to try to get a second rock in, or maybe throw it away. I would throw it away. Brock kind of took a look around the sheet, and I really do think they're throwing it away. So Aubrey is set. And she is throwing towards the center, but with takeout speed. So this is going to go out of the out of play. But oh no! Why she throw it so heavy? She can't make a play with that type of weight. And she meant to do that. That is a throwaway. I'm trying to take the signal point. So that ties the game at 2. And Thangadurai will have the hammer when we come back to the 2026 Club Playdowns, coming to you with broadcast help from curling.gg. Before we get started with the fourth, and let's go around the rings. A phrase I totally made up by myself and have exclusive use of. No one else can use the phrase around the rings lest they face my legal wrath. On sheet A, we have Team Cambarena up 4-1 over Team McDonald. The game is in the 4th end. On sheet B, we have Team Juilliard of Coyotes taking a 2-1 lead over Team Keeling. That game is in the 3rd end. Looks like they're just starting the 4th end. Sheet C, we're watching it. Sheet D, there's no score on Bondspieler, but I can tell you that Team Ace is up. It looks to be about 3-1, pardon me, as the game is in the 4th end. Scores and links to live video are being posted to bondspieler.com. And Tracy puts up a guard just off the center. And we have Amy with her shot looking to, I think, draw around that stone, that guard. It's not going to draw around. It's going to probably be a guard alongside the guard that Tracy put up. And indeed, that is what happened. Not a bad outcome. And coverage of this end is being brought to you by curling.gg. Curling.gg is growing fast and is partnered with Jamie Sinclair from the Curl Up with Jamie channel to bring more curling insights to fans everywhere. Curling.gg. And GG is kind of shorthand for good game, which is curling shorthand for good game. So with the draw round open, Tracy takes advantage to go first around those centerish guards and sits in the top 8 foot. That looks like a great place to be. So it looks like there's some space in the back 4 foot for Verway Cohen to draw to. They're cleaning. They want it to be, okay, so not around entirely. They want to draw, I thought they wanted to draw on top of the yellow, but it looks like they're going to get around it. Now the question is, how far can they push it under the cover? And the answer is not entirely. Looks to be about 40% buried. It was a good draw there from Amy. And it does give Raylan Chase a target to draw on top of. Trying to find a good angle for you guys to see. Looking to draw. This is a little on the heavy side, and it's going to go through the rings out of play. Just an unfortunate miss there. My watch is asking me how I feel. I'm going to say I feel happy. I've been talking about curling for almost 24 hours. That sounds about right. At the end of the weekend, I'll have been talking about curling for about 30 plus hours. And looking to draw to the top of the rings. This is a little heavy. I would maybe try to go deep, but don't leave it right alongside. I'm going to breathe through my teeth in a hissing motion. That sort of hissed. There's a double there. Is kind of what I mean by that. I could also say yikes. Just a unlucky place for that stone to end up, and it gives Raylan a tasty target to throw to. Looking for the double. Working to hold the line. It's going to be close. It's going to get one, and it's going to roll over the top of the shot stone and go through the rings out of play. Looking for the double. Working to hold the line. It's going to be close. It's going to get one, and it's going to roll over the top of the shot stone and go through the rings out of play. Back to the live game where Abby is throwing her second stone. I think it's going to try to draw on top again and be partially buried. I think would be the target, especially we can see where Subs is positioned right now. Going for line. Now they're just cleaning. We can see where it ends up. Now working to push it over on top. If it taps the shot stone under, not too bad. There's a little separation, so it does set up a possible double for Aubrey to take on, but that was a good second shot there from Abby Lynn. Almost corner frozen, almost perfect. As we see the next rock coming from Luba Brock. Calling for line. This is, I think, going to smack the left side. It does. And so it gets rid of the shot stone, but the first red that was contacted sits around. So Subs is going to have Claire, I think, draw down and maybe tap and roll under the cover of the guards. Being frozen on top wouldn't be bad. Rock has some momentum. It's going to kick the shot stone back to the back 4 foot, where it will remain as second shot. So Thangadurai is sitting 1-2 right now. And Luba's second stone is away. Looking to, I think, again, try to double these stones out if they can. Definitely going to get one. Is there 2? There's no 2, but it does push the red, one of the reds, to the back 8 foot, where it's now third shot buried. So it looks like this, I mean, obviously working to change the situation. That was good. That was a good shot. Looking to hit and roll with this next stone. This is a Claire second stone. Going with the counterclockwise. hit and roll. They're trying to push it over a little bit. It looks like it's going to be close to a nose hit. Hits on the outside, actually, and rolls wide left. Ends up being third shot. So after all of these shots, Thangadurai was sitting pretty good on the button or around the button, and now it's kind of shifted to Aubrey sitting shot buried. But the full 4-foot is accessible, and I think that's where Aubrey is going to go next. So the broom is down for a draw. Maybe a hit, actually. And yes, it's set up for the hit. I'm trying to hit and roll, I believe is the call. Going with the out-turn counterclockwise rotation. It's going to nose it and roll like 2 inches towards the center. Not a bad shot. So during the breaks, teams can talk to their coaches or alternate players, and so sitting at a table with the coach for one of the teams. So the broom is down for subs Thangadurai to hit and roll. This is looking like it might flash, and indeed it does go through the reins. It didn't. It was narrow, and didn't get over to where they needed it to go. It looks like she was doing the in-turn clockwise rotation. So now Aubrey is sitting 1 and 3. And I think Aubrey can maybe close the door on that side, although there's a draw path on the other side, and you can kind of see them shift their attention to that other side, looking to maybe draw and prevent subs from drawing on that side. The slight disadvantage is that teams haven't been down that side very much this end, so it might have frosted up. It might be a little slower than the center of the sheet, or just to the left of the sheet where they've been focused this end. So looking for a different broom. They actually are switching sides. As Debbie Aubrey gets set for her last rock without the hammer here in the 4th end. I think just looking to put up a front stone, make it super hard for... oh, this is going to tap up the 3rd Aubrey stone to shot position. It does give subs a stone to draw onto. Looking for the hit, and seeing that the those two stones are kind of making maybe a draw a little more tricky, so they're opting for the hit. Often kind of a personal preference on whether to draw or hit for getting to shot position, depending on what the curler is most comfortable with. And Thangadurai is getting sets, facing two Aubrey yellows. Thangadurai is drawing, going to hit for one. Sweepers are on it. And it looks like a hit is going to roll out, though. It does roll to the red on the right, used for backing, and that is enough for a single point. So heading into the end break, Team Thangadurai is up 3-2 over Team Aubrey. This is a battle between two of the three top teams in the field, and we are going to see which team will, I think, likely have top position once we come back for the second half of this contest. You are tuned to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships, coming to you live from Coyotes Curling in Tempe, Arizona. And the 2026 MoPac Championships are being brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com, offering stats and rankings of the top men's and women's teams from around the world. See how your favorite team stacks up against the competition at DoubleTakeout.com. And by Curling.gg. Curling.gg just launched a new beta feature that lets you upload photos and recreate real curling scenarios. Check it out and give it a try. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Reach the next level with Endgame's leading edge curling brooms and accessories. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. We're going to take a 5-minute pause and then we'll be back to the action in just a moment. Rocks in play. We are underway here in the start of the fourth end, the second half of the contest between two top-ranked teams, two of the three top-ranked teams in the field. There's only 4 playoff spaces, and so at least one of the top-ranked teams might miss out, depending on how things go. So Verway Cohen draws to the button. And Tracy Drummond is looking to draw on top of it. It's going to maybe be a smidge on the light side. And so I think Thangadurai is going to take it on. Actually, no, just sit right in front of it. That makes sense. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We have 2 more games tomorrow as part of Championship Sunday. Which is always a fun time. It's a little quieter sometimes as it's an early morning semifinal, but the noon championship is always a lot of fun. Oh, she went for the takeout. I thought they were drawing on top. But the takeout is made. And so now I think, just based on where the broom is, they're looking to maybe put up a front stone or something in the guard zone. So tomorrow's games include the men's and women's semifinals coverage beginning at around 8:20 a.m. It's a little earlier than we've been starting, which means I have to wake up earlier, but I'll be here for that. And then the championship final is going to be at 12:20. And that draw looked like it was on the money from Tracy Drummond. Abby is in the hack. And looking to open things up, spill the Aubrey yellow. Losing their own stone is okay. And they are going to spill the Aubrey yellow, and the shooter's going to roll away, but the shot stone remains. So Raylan chases first rock. Looking to, I think, kind of follow the same type of path that Tracy had with her second shot. Looking to park right on top of the red, and that is beautiful. I once went to an art museum and I saw a photo of that shot. That's how beautiful it was. It was artwork. And the broom is down for Abby to again just kind of blow it up. Just like Banksy.
Because like old meat, you get better with time.
Going to hit the yellow, jams on the red shot stone. So it opens things up. They lost the red shot stone, but I think that was going to happen regardless with a shot like that. So not a bad outcome. Aubrey has the hammer this end. And Chase is looking to, I think, draw a front stone in front of the now Aubrey yellow shot rock. Plan B, maybe a freeze. This is actually going to tap slightly and push it back. So I think the double is there. That's my catchphrase. I would maybe ask for it to be on my tombstone, but no one would know what it means. As Blasky is throwing, I think, the takeout weight for the double. This looks pretty close. They need to hit just left of center. Looks like it hit just right of center. But the shooter rolls in front of the yellow in the back 12. So that was a good outcome for Claire. This looks pretty close. They need to hit just left of center. Looks like it hit just right of center. But so back to the live action where we see Luba get set for her first rock. In situation in the rings is Thangadurai is sitting 1 and 3 with an Aubrey stone sitting second. And it looks like they're going to try to draw on top of the red stone in the right 8 foot, but it might be a little light. So now Subs is going to draw the left side of the house to split the rings and just kind of narrow the scoring area and make it harder for Aubrey to score multiple points here in this end. Blasky just threw heat in terms of a takeout, so we'll see how she can dial her weight down for a shot like this. And the weight definitely does look dialed down. Sweepers are on it to make sure it gets to where it needs to go. We see a great finish on these rocks as the rock just kind of coasts without biting in terms of slowing down. And it does turn to shot stone. Yes, it is shot stone. And so Aubrey looks to take it on and maybe roll towards the pile on the right. That was a good shot there from Blasky. So Luba's next shot, looking for a hit and some roll. Calling for line, trying to push it over. This has a long way to go. And it's not going to come back. Just like my pet goldfish. So now, without the hammer, Thangadurai is sitting 1, 2, and 4. There's a lonely Aubrey yellow in the back 8 foot ring sitting sitting third shot, pardon me. So it looks like Thangadurai is going to draw to the top 8 foot, hopefully buried, I think, just to lock in one of the, to make sure one of the reds is totally secure. And I think we would maybe see, depending on where that stone ends up, Aubrey either taking that on the right side or trying that hit and roll again, perhaps. This is Thangadurai's first rock without the hammer here in the 5th end. Looking for the right edge of the 8 foot. Weight is going to be important as it slowed down right by the hog line, 1537. Weight looks like it's going to be a little like top of the house. It doesn't quite curl all the way to where they wanted it, and it looks like it's good for 4th shot. So they wanted like another 1.5 feet to the southeast, as it were. And so now it sets up kind of maybe a triple. I don't know if the angles are quite lined up for a triple. It's just fun to say. It's just fun to say. It might be fun to make it, but I don't think I've made a triple. So looking over their options. And I think they are going to try that hit and roll on the left side. That's true. The person sitting at my table did know that it's hard to score that triple when you're throwing lead, which, you know, yeah, I do throw lead. Now, it is possible if you somehow like throw out of order and they had to put you at the very end of the end. That might be the only time a lead can throw a triple. So looking for the in off. Looks like it's going to be in. Is there going to be an off? There's the in, and the off is going to go in between the stones to the back of the house, out of play. So now Thangadurai is sitting 1 and 3, and there's still that lonely Aubrey yellow in the back 8 foot. So I think they're looking to maybe split that top red further into the house and then spill the shooter towards the center. That way they're sitting 2, maybe 3, and then Aubrey's going to be forced to make a tough choice on what to do to get to the button for a single point. So Subs' rock is away. Looking for a possible split. It's looking pretty good. It's going to hit the side of the red, tap it forward, and then the shooter's going to roll left, and that is textbook. That's so textbook. I was charged $400 for it at university. I do enjoy non-sequitur observations. That was a great shot, though. So now facing 3, Aubrey basically has a hit and stick for the single point. Calling for curl. Looks like it's curling up pretty nicely. They need to stick it, so I think this is looking pretty good. Going to hit on the nose and stick around for a single point. So well executed hit for a single point by Debbie Aubrey and her team tying things up at 3. So we'll take a pause in the action. Be right back to the 2026 DoubleTakeout.com MoPac Championships. While they're getting set for this next end, let's take a trip around the rings as I update the scoreboard. I forgot to last time. Going around the rings, you can find scores and links to our videos, including the static camera views from Coyotes at Bonspieler. On sheet A, after 4, Team Camarena for San Francisco is up over McDonald for Coyotes 5-1. On sheet B, it's Team Juilliard that's jumped into a 5-2 lead over Team Keeling. Both rinks hail from Coyotes. And on sheet D, we have Team Aces holding on to a 3-2 lead over Team Walsh. And Aces is from Silicon Valley and Walsh is from San Francisco. And I say hanging on because Walsh scored singles in the last 2 ends. All these games, well, 2 of the games are in the 5th end, 2 of the games have just started their 6th end. So starting off this end, Tracy Drummond threw a centerline guard in the 2 middle zone, and Amy is going to draw around with the counterclockwise rotation to sit well buried under the Drummond guard. Sorry, I named connection. I was thinking of Mr. Drummond from Different Strokes, which I don't think a lot of our viewers would remember because it predates them by about 20 years. Net struck coming from Drummond. Trying to draw around on that left side herself, but I think this is going to curl into the guard. Not a bad outcome, but not what they wanted. So they have staggered guards. It's going to be hard to remove. As Verway Cohen is going to try to draw once more, this time to be a little deeper in the house. This is looking a little on the light side. The line's not bad. This actually might end up in the top of the house. And actually that's where Subs has the broom. But it's not going to get all the way around, and it ends up as a tight guard to the rings. Not a bad outcome. Hence the Skip's phrase, I don't hate it. That time was 16:34, so the ice still seems to be consistent by and large. As Raylan Chase is going to draw on the right side. Looking for, looks like top 8. That's 1450, so that should be top 8, maybe top 4, even the T line. And it will get to the T line. So I've been saying that the ice, when it's been consistent, has been about 1450 to the T line, and that seems to be the case. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Which reminds me of a silly story. The Olympics are coming up next February, and curling was reintroduced to the Olympics at the Nagano Games in 1998, and they were looking for English language broadcasters to call the games. And one person said that they were recruited just because they spoke English, and he kind of lied and said he knew about curling. So looking for a takeout, I believe it over-curled into the pile. So you had a guy who really didn't know anything about curling leading a curling broadcast at the Olympics. And that was in 1998. I don't really think you can get away with that now. Speaking of the Olympics, it's nice to know that the men's and women's team fields are set, and it's nice to know that Team USA was able to claim what they call quotas, but we call like berths at the Olympics. Let me show you what the house is.
Our clocks are black for the past minute and a half, I think.
So looking for a peel as Raylan, I think, put up another guard. And it sounds like we have a technical problem on one of the sheets. Not our sheet, though. As Abby's looking to peel one of these guards. Gets one going out of play. And the shooter also rolls away. Situation in the house is Aubrey sitting one. Thangadurai sitting the second shots. Both are buried under guards. That's why Thangadurai is trying to peel the guards, and also why Aubrey is insistent on putting guards back up. As we see Luba get set for her first. Raylan jumps on it out of hand, I think, to hold the line. And they're both going, I think, also for weights. Really need to go to get over the line. It needs to go over the line, and it's not going to. That is a hard rock. That's worth $1 in the pig jar, which we aren't doing for this event. But if you want to put $1 in the pig jar, I will not stop you. Someone put a 10 spot, a tenner. So looking to peel another guard. This is Claire's first rock. And it does peel the guard, and the shooter is also going to roll across the sheet out of play. Another good clearing shot for Team Thangadurai. So I think they might be looking to put a front stone with Luba's second stone. A guard is okay, but I think they might want to be in the rings for this. Tight to the rings just based on where Debbie has the broom. And this is going to be tight to the rings guard. It might slip in 15-15 the time, and the line is the most important part, although it does set up a double. Part of my favorite catchphrase, I think the double is there. So looking at the situation, there are two guard rods, and I think they're slightly offset. And so I think if you hit the middle of the two stones, you would get the double. Claire came down to check it out. And they're looking to make sure it's lined up properly. And I think they also want to make sure the stones go the way they want it to. They don't want to jam and make the situation in the house trickier than it already is. So the broom is down. I think they are. That's a lot of ice. I think they're maybe choosing to draw actually. So looking to tap back the shot stone. It's around the guard on the shot stone. Taps it through the greens, out of play. That is a shot from Claire Blasky. So looking to tap back the shot stone. It's around the guard on the shot stone. Taps it through the greens, out of play. That is a shot from Claire Blasky. Back to the live action. So that was a great shot by Claire. I do see that the shot stone is exposed on the right side. And so I do think that Debbie Aubrey is just going to hit and maybe roll under all those guards. That's what I would do. So I'm just joking. That reminds me of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as a Phone a Friend. They tried a phone a curler segment that did not catch on. So this looks like it's going to hit pretty close to nose, maybe a slight roll towards the middle. Just right smack dab on the nose there. Does take out the shot stone, so now it is yellow sitting shot with the Thangadurai red second buried under the center guards. And so Thangadurai is going to try to do the hit and roll. And you saw that Aubrey threw that shot, a takeout without a lot of weight. And a lot of skips kind of recommend that when they're teaching newer skips, that you don't need to throw a lot of heat all the time to get rid of stones, especially if it's just a single stone. So the broom is down for a hit and roll. Subs Thangadurai is in the hat, looking to hit and roll and sit two. This is close. See it curl right there. It's going to hit just on the inside and roll under. It's going to roll open ever so slightly. It does. But now Thangadurai is sitting two. That was a great shot there by Subs. Hit and roll full marks. So Aubrey's looking to draw on top of the shot stone. It's a difficult shot, but even if they are a little heavy or a little light, it might cut Thangadurai down to one for the moment and avoid giving up three. Right now, it's looking like two is highly likely for Thangadurai to retake the lead, as we are currently tied 3-3 in this game. It's been a thrilling affair, as you might expect from the two of the three top teams in the field. Just taking a look at the live standings when it loads. So the broom is down for that draw. And so in the women's pool, there are three teams at 4-1, including the two teams on the ice right now, including Aubrey, Thangadurai, and Team Keeling is the third team on that list. And so Aubrey's rock is away. Calling for line. It looks like it's going to be around the guard. Now the question is, it going to make contact with the shot stone? It will contact and then roll wide. but just ever so slightly. So that's good for second. However, that yellow is now exposed, and so Thangadurai could just throw a little, just a wee takeout and get 3. The line is going to be important because that red in the back is in a jammable position. So it's important to be careful there. Just continuing to chat about the standings. So in the winners pool, 3 teams at 4-1, 3 teams at 3-2, including Cavalrena, McDonald, and Walsh. So there's 6 teams that have a chance of making the 4-team playoff. And so there's going to be 2 teams on the outside looking in. And it's 63 degrees right now in Tempe, but it's going to feel pretty cold after this draw is over, if you are not in the playoffs. Last rock. Subs, Thangadurai the hammer. A hit for 3. Needs to, I think, curl just a smidge. It's looking pretty good. Bang, bang. Count them out. That's 3 there for Thangadurai. So well played and by both teams. It's just Thangadurai having that open hit for the 3rd point. So they are going to jump into a 6-3 lead. And we're going to jump into a 1-minute break. We'll be right back when we come back. We'll be right back to the 2026 Club Playdowns, brought to you by curling.gg. Amy Verway-Cohen gets the action started here in the 7th end. So speaking of playoff pictures, the men's pool is set. And this rock is going to be a little heavy and go through the rings out of play. And you have to trust my word on it. I didn't change the camera angle. And we have Tracy Drummond throw her first rock, I believe looking for a guard, a corner guard. Coverage of this end is being brought to you by Endgame Curling. Take your broom on the road with ease with the Endgame travel handle. Endgame's 100% carbon fiber 3-piece travel handle is built for convenience and fits most carry-on luggage. Plus, is compatible with heads of other broom brands. Elevate your bonspiel game with Endgame Curling. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. And that guard is a corner guard, a little high, but gets the job done. And Amy's second stone. Looking to, I think, draw to the edge of the 4-foot. You can see subs have her broom there in just a moment. This looks like a good adjustment by Verway-Cohen. Settles in the back 4-foot. Still pretty good. So looking at the stats, Amy Verway-Cohen through 7 ends, draws and guards except for 1 takeout in the 5th end, which she made. Otherwise, pretty solid marks all around. She had that miss with the draw this end, and also like a 1 in the 3rd end. I don't remember what that was. Looking to draw around for Tracy's second shot. It crashes and then turns into a center guard. So not a bad outcome. Through 7 for Tracy. She has thrown all guards and draws. A handful of half misses and 1 outright miss, but otherwise it's been 4s for the most part. As we see Abby's first stone, I think looking to put a front stone in front of the shot rock in the back 4 foot. And this is actually going to draw around the center guard and sit in the top 8 foot, buried. Looks like a great shot there from Lynn. And Raylan Chase is set to follow Lynn's rock down the ice. You can see the clots in the background. They are doing okay on time. They're not like swimming in extra time, but they have enough to kind of paddle around. Basically, you want to have about almost 4 minutes remaining at the end of this end. 4 minutes, you can kind of get down to about 3 minutes 40 seconds. And this rock is going to settle in right on top of the shot stone. And say hello to your new shot stone, America. That is an Aubrey rock. So, with that situation in the house, Lynn is being asked to blow it up. Line looks like it might want to curl a little bit more. It's curling up okay now. It unlocks the yellow by getting rid of the red stone. Not bad. And then the red shot stone is corner frozen, so that can be used to tap the yellow out in a subsequent shot. So not too shabby. And Raylan is going to draw again. See it kind of start to curl right above the hog line. It's going to over curl and maybe wick off the red. It does. Not a bad place for it to end up though. Thangadurai does not have the hammer this end, so they could keep drawing in and mucking stuff up. This cleanup, I wonder if it's going to take too many shots to finish cleaning up this this house. But Blasty has 2 more stones. So it looks like it's going to hit on the right side of the stone. Ooh. So it looks like, I thought it hit on the right side, but it basically hit the yellow under the red. Pops out the yellow in the back. But the first yellow that got hit spins towards the center. So not a bad outcome, going from having 2 yellows in the house to just 1. And also Thangadurai seems to have a pretty good control over that 1 stone. There's 2 ways to get to it, and Thangadurai seems to have access to both of those stones. So a good shot there from Claire. As Brock is set to deliver, I think looking to peel the red in the top left 12 foot, about 11 o'clock. This is going for plan B to peel the guard the guard's going to go through the rings out of play, and the shooter's also going to spin away. So over curl there, but not a bad outcome. I think looking to now tap the yellow out, or tap it back at the very least. Looking for curl. It might wick off the guard, or the red. It wicked off the red and hit the shot stone. So that's another way to miss that shot and still make it. People talk about missing on the right side of the inch, and that seems to be what happened there. So through 6 ends, kind of keeping going over stats. Abby Lynn has thrown about 2/3 takeouts or clearing stones in the ends 3-4. She threw all guards or draws or tap backs. And looking at the situation in the house, there are 5 Thangadurai reds. I don't think Luba and Debbie can clear all those, so I think they've got to look for places to draw to, maybe to sit 1 or 2 points, score multiple points in this end. Looking for, I believe, a hit and roll. Hit this top red on the left and roll towards the center. Raylan is okay, so maybe going for a plan B. That wasn't really set up for a hit and roll, but this is really curling on them. It's going to settle in the T line in the 12-foot ring. I think they want it to be on the inside of those stones. So Abby Lynn, I think as I was keeping score, she's been mostly 4s. Had a couple misses in the 3rd and 4th end, and another miss in the 6th end, but otherwise been fairly solid. Raylan Chase has thrown all but 1 draw or guard. She threw 1 takeout in the 4th end. So Subs is looking to pop out the yellow and sit 5, I believe. This is looking like it's going to nose hit. It does. Oh, it jams on the red on the wing. And so it does give Aubrey a bit of a bonus there. That was close to being really good. So for Thangadurai's 3rd, Claire Blasky, through 7 ends. Looks to be about just over half takeouts. So we generally made those takeouts. She threw a couple draws and tap backs and been fairly successful. As we have Debbie Aubrey in the hat for her first shot. Luba, the 3rd for Aubrey, thrown roughly, it looks like about half and half draws versus takeouts. And it looks like Aubrey is opting to maybe try to hit and roll, but it crashes on the front redstone, and the shooter's going to spin out of play. It does open things up. It does make it a bit easier for Aubrey to draw for a single point. that yellow in the back is pretty open, it looks like. So if Thangadurai wanted to like just do a heavy draw and tap that out and force Aubrey to draw for 1. They're also looking at just splitting the rings. They don't really need to make a play on that back yellow, which is I think why they're not looking too hard at it. So Luba Rock, like I said, threw about half guards, half takeouts. And looks like she's made most of her shots. She's had a couple half or near misses. That would ding her score if I was doing a full equation. As we see Thangadurai throw her last rock without the hammer here in the 7th end. Looking for the chance to split the rings. It looks like it's maybe a little tight to the guard. It's past the guard. What am I talking about? Looks like it might get buried under the guard to a degree. And it settles in the top 8 foot. That is going to be good for second shots. And so Aubrey has either a draw or a tap for 1. There's not really any way to get 2 here. Although they might try it. Luba has the broom right on the stone that you would want to hit the inside of to roll across the house to the other red. So I think down 3 they might be looking to try something here, or they could be drawing. The world is a mystery. Life is a mystery. Looks like they are going for the in-off. Maybe. No, they're not. As Lubas comes out to help sweep, they need to make sure it gets to close to biting the 4 foot, and it's not there. Oh, goodness. So that's 2, maybe 3. We might need a measure on sheet C. So interesting. So at least 2. They are calling the technical timeout, and we will see. We're going to see the most exciting measure in all of sports to head out into the ice. The pressure device move over, chain gang, see you later, whatever they have, antennas. This is the pressure gauge. Cue the Queen song, Under Pressure. So because the center of the house is a fixed point, we can use a pressure. Oh, they're shaking hands. Okay. So one of the ice officials makes his way most of the way down the sheet, and they decide to shake hands. So that did lead to some amusements in the warm room. So that was at least 2. So let's make the final 8-3. Thangadurai over Aubrey. With that, Thangadurai, I believe, is a lock for the postseason, the playoffs. So let's go around the rings one more time before we say so long for this draw. We do have 2 more games starting tomorrow at around 8:20 with the semifinal coverage. We'll have the men's semifinal on our feature sheets. And then on at around 12:20, we'll have the finals, both men's and women's. We'll have feature sheet coverage of the women's final. While we'll have Coyotes provide static camera coverage of the men's final on the neighboring sheets. So before we go around the rings one last time, just a huge thanks to our sponsors, including doubletakeout.com, offering rankings and statistics and insights of the top men's and women's teams from around the world. doubletakeout.com. And by curling.gg, our broadcast sponsor. Proud to be an official sponsor of Team Canada's mixed doubles champions Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman. And by Endgame Curling. Elevate your game with Endgame Curling. Reach the next level with Endgame's leading edge curling brooms and accessories, including carbon fiber brooms with either a 7.5 inch or 9.5 inch head. And the travel handle that separates into 3 pieces, making traveling for curling easy. Learn more at endgamecurling.com. All right, let's go around the rings one last time, and then we'll sign off for the night. On sheet A, the game between Team Camarena of San Francisco and Team McDonald of Coyotes. McDonald has gone back into this game trailing just 5-4, Camarena holding the edge. On sheet B, we have Team Juilliard of Coyotes up 6-3 over Team Keeling of Coyotes. On sheet C, we have Thangadurai, the 9-3 winner in this contest. I thought 2 would have been fine, but sure, 9-3 over Team Aubrey of Coyotes. And then on sheet D, we have Team Aces holding on to a 5-3 lead over Team Walsh. They were tied in the 6th end, and Aces scored 2 to retake the lead, 5-3. So that is the action around the rings right now. You can check out the static camera video from the neighboring sheets on the Coyote Curling's YouTube channel. Also, the link is on Bonspieler. So we're going to sign off for now. It's been a great day, and we have more great curling coming up tomorrow. And so until then, with thanks to our sponsors and on behalf of Coyotes Curling and MoPac, this has been your host Ryan Olson saying good night and good curling. Hope to see you tomorrow morning at 8:20 a.m.